Time now for Better Money with Joel Johnson. Today we're talking about estate planning and three key parts to that planning. Joel is a certified financial planner and managing partner at Johnson Brunetti. Thank you so much for being here.
It's good to be here. Very important subject we're talking about today, which is estate planning. We spend all this time accumulating assets. What are we going to do for the rest of our lives? And also, what happens when we pass away?
All right, so let's first talk about asset protection.
Right. See, there's really 3 points to estate planning, and people say estate planning as sort of a broad sentence, and they mean a whole lot of things. So one thing they mean is asset protection. How do I protect what I've saved, what I've built up from unnecessary lawsuits, from losing money to lawsuits, and also long-term care expenses or catastrophic health care expenses. So this needs to be a key part of any estate plan is proper protection from lawsuits, which might mean changing the ownership of assets or just buying insurance. And also, of course, the nursing home issue. Half the people that are age 65 today will spend some type of time either in a nursing home or with long-term care. So it's a pretty serious issue. We've got to either buy insurance or set up legal structure so we protect assets.
All right, and then there's something about transfer costs, and you want to help people get those reduced.
Correct. So when I pass away, and I pass money to my children or grandchildren or other people I live, there are going to be costs to that transfer. They could be probate fees, they could be estate taxes. It doesn't just happen because I have a will or because the probate judge decides where to give my assets away. There are all kinds of costs involved in that. Many times those costs are unnecessary. It just takes a really good estate plan to minimize those costs and also streamline that whole process so my kids or grandkids aren't left with one big mess.
Okay, and then we're talking about control, having control over a lot of different aspects of your financial life.
And we have clients all the time where this is the most important thing is control. For instance, do I have a son that can't hold on to his allowance for more than 5 minutes? He probably would buy a BMW before the dirt's even on my coffin, okay? I'm not saying that's my son, but we could have kids like that. What about a divorce situation? What about if one of our kids gets divorced after they inherit money and some of that money that I wanted to go to my children and my grandchildren end up with the ex-spouse? That can be an issue. So these control issues, legacy trusts is another issue. I can set up a trust so that things pass on to multiple generations. There's just, what people need to hear here, Kara, is there's so many things that can be done if we just take some time, think this through with an expert, write out your wishes. Usually a good estate planning attorney and a good financial advisor can craft a wonderful plan that lines up with your needs and your values so that your money isn't either squandered or lost to people that you don't care about.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Joel. And if people have questions and they want to have some more specific answers, you can actually email Joel and his team your questions. Go to bettermoney@wfsb.com, send an email, and you and your team will answer them.
Yeah, we've got certified financial planners on our team. We've got estate planning experts on our team. We can have the resources to get any answer to any complicated questions. We want to help every one of our viewers to make sure that mistakes don't happen when it comes to their loved ones and their assets.
Thank you so much, Joel.
Thanks, Kara.